Hello and welcome to my YouTube channel. My name is Anna and today I have for you a Sheppard loaf, a different kind of Sheppard loaf that you can customize and make it your own. Today I'm gonna show you how I made this one. I have here potatoes, about 500-800 grams of potato that I peeled and washed. And I'm gonna cook them on the stove, some nutmeg, a few cloves of garlic, 1 egg and some parmigiano. As I said, I'm gonna cook this on the stove, so I'm cut them in smaller pieces. This way they will boil faster. I'm gonna add those cloves of garlic in the same pot, add water and put them to boil. I have also a few carrots, about 300 grams of carrots that I am grating now on a finer grater, and I'm gonna use as well some onion powder, garlic powder, a bit of butter. I have here garlic and some olive oil. And in the pan I'm gonna add around 1 tablespoon of olive oil and butter. Let those two together melt. You see over there potatoes are boiling as well, and I'm gonna add carrots in my pan and saute these until they will be nice and soft. The colors in this shepherd loaf will be amazing. I'm adding garlic powder, and to bring out the sweetness of these carrots I'm gonna add some lemon juice and cook them on the stove just for a few minutes. Take them out from the pan and let them cool down for a bit. Now you can be creative. I'm using chicken thighs over here. You can use chicken breast, but also you can use mushrooms. And as you see me here cutting this meat in smaller cubes, you can do the same thing with mushrooms. Just cut them in smaller pieces and combine them with the rest of the ingredients. I have about 350 grams of meat, spices, onion powder, some garlic, paprika, olive oil, salt and pepper. So pretty much the same ingredients, and some tomatoes, the same spices. I'm mincing the garlic and chopping those cherry tomatoes, and I'm using these for color but also for taste. In the same pan in which I cooked those carrots, I'm adding now some olive oil, and I'm gonna saute the meat and add spices over. But you can do the same with mushrooms, as I said. Some onion powder, garlic powder, the garlic that we minced, and tomatoes, and cook them all for a few minutes until the meat is nice and tender and has a nice color. I took the potatoes from the stove, drained the water in which they cooked, and mashed them up. And I like this mash to be really nice and smooth, so I'm taking my time to crush those potatoes, and I'm gonna mix them up with some nutmeg. And also another thing, if you make this dish for fasting periods, you can skip the egg and parmigiano. I use them, and because I use parmigiano I didn't add any salt because this cheese has enough saltiness for my taste, and also bring lots of flavors. So about 50 grams of freshly grated parmigiano is added in this mash. Along with a pinch of nutmeg, freshly grated. And also I'm gonna add 1 egg and mix everything together. So stir in those mashed potatoes with the cheese, nutmeg, and add 1 egg and stir it in. I'm gonna put some of the mash in a silicone mold that I greased with butter, and I'm distributing this mash on the base of the mold, but also on the sides of this silicone mold, as I said. And add the chicken that we cooked on the stove, or if you use mushrooms, add now your mushrooms and press all together. And in the meantime, preheat your oven at 180 Celsius or 350 Fahrenheit, because we're gonna bake this meal in the oven for about 25 minutes. Add now the layer with carrots and press everything nicely, and finish up with a layer of mashed potatoes. I put my silicone mold in a thin loaf because it's gonna be easier to take in and out from the oven, and also the silicone mold will keep its shape. So press now some of the mash on top of these. All the ingredients are already cooked, so we just need to bake these to increase the flavors and remove as much water as we can through the baking process. Level that mash on top and in the oven. This is how it's looking after baking. You can let it cool down for a few minutes. I took it out and turned it upside down on a plate and remove the silicone mold. And you can decorate this Sheppard loaf with some sweet paprika and parsley, and you can serve it warm or cold. It's up to you with your favorite salad. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you really enjoyed this recipe, and I really hope you're gonna try it out. In the meantime, find reasons to smile. Don't forget to subscribe and press the notification bell. Give thumbs up to the recipe if you enjoyed it, and I will see you here next time with another recipe. Bye bye.